Welcome everybody, this is Utah Valley Sports Network, Stephen Willis, and we are here at Orem Owlz, Brent Brown Ballpark in Orem, and the Orem Owlz will face the Missoula Osprey tonight. The Owls come in the second half with a 13-8 record in the second half, 2 games ahead of the Casper Ghosts. And Missoula comes in tied for first at 12-9 in the north with Billings and Great Falls. 2 games over the Owls in the overall standings. So both teams wanting this one to see if they can get home field advantage for the finals in the playoffs. Starting lineups here tonight. Starting the outfield for the Owls. Starting left field, Jared Yakubik. Center fielder is Chris Giovinazzo. And the right fielder is Ryan Jones. Starting at third base, Caleb Calvert. The shortstop, Trevor Haregrove. The second baseman is Taylor Lindsay. The first baseman, Frazier Hall, and the catcher, Ricky Passione, and the pitcher tonight for the Owls, Nick Marundi. Starting for the visitors, the Osprey, Chris Eliason. The center fielder will start off, and he will bat first. Batting second, Stephen Cardula, the shortstop, and batting third, the second baseman, Eric Groff. Cleanup batter, the first baseman, John Griffin. The fifth batter will be Ryan Court, the sixth in playing third base. The sixth batter will be the catcher, Roydney Aguila. The DH will bat seventh, and that's Brian Henry. The right fielder will bat eighth, Jeremiah Gomez, and the left fielder, Ty Linton, will bat ninth. So the first batter here tonight, Chris Ellison, hitting .261 with 22 RBIs, 5 home runs. And he leads off from the left side of the plate. The pitcher for the Osprey tonight will be Dexter Price, the right-hander. Nick Marundi for the Owls. On the mound, that one's hit high. Midway out to left field, and the left fielder, Jared Yakubik, comes in to make the catch for the first out of the game, and there's one down. That will bring up number 38, the shortstop, Stephen Cardulo.
That's why I eat calorie tomatoes.
That shortstop, Stephen
Cardulo hitting .321. 28 RBIs and 6 home runs. The pitch by the left-hander is swung on and missed. A big cut for strike 2. Swing and a miss, and he is struck out on 3 pitches. Marundi comes in hitting, or pitching, has a 2-0 record with a 2.45 ERA in 8 games. He started 8, 29.1 innings of work, and he's given up 8 earned runs. So on a roll right now with the 2-0 record. Mirande with 2 outs here in the first, and he is throwing hard and throwing strikes, 88 miles an hour. And a swing and a miss there for Groff. Groff hitting 330. A chopper towards second, slow roller, and Lindsay will make the play. 3 up, 3 down, and we'll go to the bottom of the first. No runs, no hits, and no errors at the end of a half an inning. The Offspray, nothing, and the Orem Owls coming up. So the battle of the division leaders. First half was won by the Offspray in the north, and they're tied for first in the second. They have the overall lead in the entire league with a 37 and 22 overall record. The Orem Owls second overall at 35 and 24, and they've got a 5-game lead on Ogden for the overall lead. Ogden won the first half by virtue of their better record against the Owls, but the Owls lead the second half by 2 games over Casper's. Casper comes in tonight 11 and 10 in the second half. They finished the first half 11 and 27. So what a turnaround for the Casper Ghosts. They won as many in the second half as they did in the entire first half. Still got the worst record in the league, but they're hanging in there in the second half of the division. Batting for the Owls, it'll be Lindsay at second, and he will bat leadoff. Jared Yakubik, the left fielder, will bat second, and Ryan Jones, the right fielder, will bat third. Fraser Hall, the first baseman, will be the cleanup hitter. Batting fifth, Caleb Calvert, the third baseman. Wes Hatton, the DH, will bat sixth. The seventh batter will be the center fielder, Chris Giovinazzo. This batting eighth, Trevor Haregrove, the shortstop, and the catcher, Ricky Passion, will bat ninth. So Taylor Lindsay, the second baseman, will lead off here. And that's a chopper that just took a crazy bounce off the mound and almost went over the shortstop's head. That would have been bound for center field for a base hit, but climbing the ladder is the shortstop, Cardulo, and he makes the play. 1 down here in the bottom of the first inning. Jared Yakubik, the left fielder, will step to the plate on the left side. Yakubik comes in hitting .391. Change up, kind of a curveball in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. That one's fouled off. And quickly the count is 0-2 on Jared Yakubik. Dexter Price on the mound for the Offspray. Swing and a miss, and Yakubik will run down to first, but they throw him out, and there's quickly 2 down here in the bottom of the first inning.
Right fielder number 5, Ryan Jones.
Price comes in with a 2-0 record. His ERA 5.53 in 11 games. He started 7 and pitched 42 in the third innings. He has given up 7 home runs and 26 earned runs in the That one's fouled off by Jones. As Ryan Jones steps in, he is hitting .325 with 48 RBIs. He has 10 home runs on the year. Best hitting team and scoring team in the league, Orem Owls. And if you look at the batting top 10, Jared Yakubik, Taylor Lindsay, and Fraser Hall 1, 2, and 3. With Ryan Jones in 9th. Best pitching team in the league right now is the Missoula Offspray. So we got the Battle of the Birds tonight, the Offspray and the Owls. Price with a 5.53 ERA. That one is chopped and it's muffed by the first baseman. It's going to be close. They call him out at first. It looked like he pulled his foot off the bag, but they call him out. And 1, 2, 3 inning for the Owls, and at the end of one, complete. Missoula Offspray nothing, and the Orem Owls nothing. We'll go to the top of the second. Both teams with a 1, 2, 3 inning. No runs, no hits, and no errors on the board as we go to the top of the second. Nick Moronde pitching to Griffin, Court, and Aguila for the Offspray. Moronde, the left-hander, 6'3", 200 pounds, out of Lexington, Kentucky. Third-round draft pick in the 2011 draft out of the University of Florida. So the Gators on the mound, and he had a good first inning. See if he can keep that going as he faces Griffin, Court, and Aguila in the second. Yeah, it's different than the normal name that you see.
First baseman, number 35, John Griffin.
So John Griffin, the first baseman, will step to the plate. That one is hit high, not deep. Down to the shortstop, Hairgrove, and he makes the catch. First pitch swinging, and he pops out to the shortstop, and there's one down as Ryan Court steps to the plate. Court, the third baseman, hitting .261, 31 RBIs and 5 home runs. That one is low and just off the plate. CJ Crone, when he got hurt and went down for the second half of the season, led the league in home runs. He has 13. Now the leaders are Joe Griffin with 14, tied with Sean Buckley with 14. So Griffin, they just popped out, has the lead with 14 home runs. Lindsay from Orem with 24 doubles leads the league in that category, as well as in hits with 82. Swing and a miss there, and he struck him out. So 3 strikeouts in the first 2 innings by Moronde.
Number 24, Royce Aguila.
Rodney Aguila at the plate. Hey.
Rodney.
How is it?
Rodney.
Rodney.
Yeah.
It's kind of different.
Aguila.
It's kind of a different name.
Yeah, must have been a pain in the butt.
That one's hit out to the left field, and he's going to make a dive for it out there. Left fielder Jakubik unable to come up with it as he got a late jump. May have gotten lost in the sun for just a second, but it falls into no man's land for a base hit. First hit of the ball game. Royden Aguila at first base, and Brian Henry, the DH, at the plate, hitting .267. Not a big crowd yet tonight on a Monday. Swing and a miss there. And he has to record the out at first, as they said the catcher dropped the ball.
Who wants to go see a movie for free?
4 strikeouts in the first 2 innings at the end of 1.5.
All you gotta do is get your phones out.
Osprey get no runs on a hit, lead one, no errors by the Owls. It's still no score in the middle of the second inning. The Owls will come up with Hall, Cowart, and Hatton. Wes Hatton back down to Orem from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, in the Midlands League. That's what he meant.
Owls fans, enjoy a Tuesday night ticket deal from Craftsingles. At Tuesday home games, just bring your Craftsingles package wrapper to the ballpark box office and buy one ticket to get one free from Craftsingles. Visit craftsingles.com for more info.
So in the bottom of the second, Frazier Hall, the first baseman, the cleanup hitter, will step to the plate to lead off the second inning. Mirande, the Owls starting pitcher tonight, with a 2.45 ERA. The Owls as a team hitting .308. So Frazier Hall will step to the plate. Third in the league in hitting, comes in hitting .373, 39 RBIs and 7 home runs on the year. Facing the right-hander, Hall steps in from the left side of the plate, takes ball 1. Chopper toward first. And he is safe as they pull him off the bag at first. And Hall is able to run that out. See if they counted that as a hit. That could have gone either way. The slow roller to first, which made it a hard throw, and call him, give him a hit on this single for Hall, and that'll bring up Caleb Cowart, the third baseman. Cowart comes in hitting .296, 9th in the league. Cowart has played in 56 of the Owls games, good for 3rd in the league. In the Angels organization, he is considered one of the top 3 prospects in the minor leagues. Curveball misses out 65 miles an hour, ball 1. Cowart has 35 RBIs and 7 home runs on the year. That one's fouled off. Count goes to 1-1. Chopper towards second. They go to second, and they'll get the lead runner at second base. So the fielder's choice, as Hall gets thrown out at second and Cowart is at first. 1 down with a runner on first, and it'll be Wes Hatton. Hatton, last year's second baseman all year long, went up to Cedar Rapids, and he's been down a couple of times. Don't know if it's for rehab purposes or just trying to get back his swing. The runner goes, and that fouled off, and that'll be out of play. So Cowart will go back to first, and the count goes to 0-1 to Hatton. Hatton hitting .386 with 9 RBIs. Very good second baseman last year. Lindsay, the everyday second baseman this year for the Owls. Good defensive team, but one of the best hitting team in the Pioneer League. Counting no balls and 2 strikes to Hatton. And there goes the runner again, a swing and a miss. The throw down is not in time. And a swiped base for Cowart, and he's at second base with 1 out, with 2 out, as Hatton strikes out on the, and Giovinazzo steps to the plate. Chris hitting .394, 7 RBIs and 2 home runs. That one's in there for a strike. Giovinazzo, coming up at about the middle of the year, steps into the lineup and has done a good job, hitting close to 400. 394. Struck out. Hit him in the back.
Oh. That's gotta hurt.
That was just about like that pitch last night in the major leagues that was thrown behind the batter. Did you see that? Oh man, that can't be an accident when you throw that far behind him. Giovinazzo at first and Cowart at second with 2 out. Trevor Haregrove, the shortstop. There goes the throw back to first, not in time by the catcher. Roydeni Aguila showing that he's not afraid to throw to first. Quickly up on that throw, snap throw back to first, but Giovinazzo able to get back. in there for a strike, and the count's 1-1 with 2 out. Down and away for a ball, and it's 2-1. Haregrove hitting .261 with 17 RBIs, 1 home run on the year. That one's hit on a line drive. That one will be caught almost to the warning track. A good track down there by the center fielder. Chris Ellison was able to track that down, but that was hit on a rope out almost to the 408 sign in center. The Owls are done here in the second with 1 hit. No runs on 1 hit. No errors with 2 left. And at the end of 2 complete. Missoula Osprey nothing and Orem Owls nothing. We'll go to the third.
I'm all ready for the game.
And Ellison
For Emma. Go Owls! Are you geared up for the game? Visit the Perch, the official Orem Owls team store, and show your Owl spirit.
Would you say Ellison or Eliason?
Owls fans, Applebee's is extending a great offer for all fans tonight. Bring your ticket stub from any game to Applebee's in Orem for 10% off your meal any night of the week. Applebee's is the location for getting your post-game grub on. Again, show your ticket stub from any game at Applebee's in Orem for 10% off your meal any night of the week. Applebee's, there's no place like the neighborhood.
Jeremiah Gomez, the right fielder, steps to the plate to lead off the third.
Leading off right fielder number 7, Jeremiah Gomez.
Murundi, starting pitcher tonight, he threw 2, only giving up 1 hit. Gomez hitting .241. Swing and a miss there, and count is 1-1 to Gomez. Slow roller to second. Lindsay will gobble it up, get it over to Hall in time. 1 down here in the top of the third. And that will bring up Ty Linton, the left fielder.
Got that in left fielder number 17, Ty Linton.
Linton hitting .261 with 14 ribbies and 3 home runs. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 0-1 to Linton at the bottom of the order. That one's fouled off, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Mirande's pitch to 1 over the minimum here. That one is swung and fouled off. That caught Ricky Passion on the right hand. Can shook that off. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out, and he's just cruising right now with 5 strikeouts here in the first 2 2/3 innings. He has 5 Ks, and that'll bring up the top of the lineup Chris Ellison. Ellison hitting .261 also with a 22 RBI and 5 home runs on the year. Chopper off. That might have gone off his left instep. No balls and 2 strikes. Nick full in complete control right now. Swing and a miss. His second strikeout of the inning. He has 2 in each of the first 3 innings. 6 Ks, and we're done with 2.5. No score here in the middle of the 3rd inning.
I was diagnosed at the age of 47.
So after 2.5 to score, off spray, nothing in the Orem Owls, and nothing coming up in the bottom of the 3rd.
To go to the doctors and get a blood test. It will save your life. As a big mom.
I'm Dusty Baker. I've played and managed on some great teams. And now I'm on another important one. I'm an advisory board member for Ed Brenner's Back for the Cure to fight prostate cancer. You see, I had prostate cancer. It came on me like a sneaky fast one. But
maybe he doesn't have. I thought he had 3, 2 in each inning.
It would have been 3 strikes, no doubt about it. So call your doctor today for a simple blood test.
5 home runs, or 5 strikeouts in the first 3 innings. Passione, Lindsay, and Yakubik coming up for the Owls. Have they played? How many innings have they played? That's what I was trying to say. After 2.5.
Leading off of the Owls, the catcher, number 2, Ricky Passion.
So Ricky Passion, the catcher, watches that go outside for ball 1. Passion hitting from the left side. That one's in there for strike 1, 1-1, and Passion is hitting 256, 3 RBI on the year, and no home runs. That one will be a base hit in the left. So Passion 1 for 1 tonight, and the second hit of the ball game.
Now batting second baseman, number 8, Taylor Lindsay.
Taylor Lindsay at the plate, leadoff hitter for the Owls, hitting 373. Second in the league in hitting. The batting average over 370 and 32 RBIs, 10 home runs. 0 for 1 tonight as he grounded out in the first. Lindsay held up. And 1 ball, no strikes, the 1-0 count with Passion on first. Price comes set. 78 miles an hour on that curved ball that doesn't hit the plate. And through the middle for a base hit, 2 back-to-back singles for the Owls, and they had 2 on with nobody out.
Batting first baseman, number 9, Fraser Hall. Apologies, man. This is the left fielder, number 19,
And that'll bring up the left fielder, Jared Yakubik. Yakubik hitting .389, leading the league in hitting coming into this game. Two on with nobody out as Price comes set. Puts down the bunt. They go to third and they get the lead runner. So Yakubik hits into the fielder's choice. That'll bring up Ryan Jones. That bunt was laid down on the third base side. Should have gone toward first. Runners on first and second still with one out now, with Jones at the plate. .69 miles an hour on the curveball, missing outside, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. That one's in there at 85 miles an hour for strike one, 1-1. Jones hitting .323 with 48 RBIs. That one will get away from the catcher. Both runners move up. Aguila let that get away from him, and both runners move up a base. So Lindsay at third and Yakubik at second. Jones at the plate, and a chopper toward first. He's going to have trouble because he fell down. He's safe. No! Out at first, says the umpire. Lindsay comes in from third. So Lindsay scores from third base and Yakubik moves up to third. He got thrown out at third on the fielder's choice. Hall comes to the plate hitting .376 as the Owls take the 1-0 lead. On that, that looked like he had beaten the throw to the bag, but they called him out. Good play by the first baseman to be able to get that throw off after falling down. Nice play by Griffin to get the runner, but the Owls score, and it's a 1-0 lead for Orem. Strikeout, and they recorded the out at first for Hall, and the Owls with 2 hits bring across a run, so they get 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left at the end of 3 complete. Orem now with a 1-0 lead over Missoula, trying to get within a game overall of the Osprey. If they sweep the Osprey here in this series, 3-game series in Orem, they will take over the overall lead. And that'll look good for the upcoming.
And on the 26th, another kids giveaway with post-game fireworks. Plus, we'll be having a drawing night to give away a pair of 2012 season tickets. And then Sunday the 28th, we close out the home stand with Dollar Days. For all details on upcoming promotions, visit owlsbaseball.com. Tonight after the game, kids get to run the bases, presented by Applebee's. Kids just line up on the third base side near the stairs after the game to run the bases, sponsored by Applebee's. The kids' play area, located on the third base side near the Pacific State Playground, is just $3 for the entire night. Be sure to stop at 4017.
So leading off for Missoula here in the top of the fourth, Stephen Cardulo.
Stephen Cardulo, he is today's Pepsi batter.
That one's fouled off, and quickly it's 0-2 as Mirande continues to get ahead of the batters, and that's been a key tonight in the first 3 innings as he's struck out 5 in the first 3. And did he go around? No, he didn't. The umpires for tonight's game, the home plate umpire TJ Cunningham, and on the bases, Renee Hilbach-Barger. And the fans let him know they didn't like that last call at first. But nonetheless, the Owls take a 1-0 lead. Cardulo at the plate, and that's just off the plate for ball 2. 2-2. The Osprey shortstop, and he fouls that one off to stay alive. The pitch is smacked foul down the first base line, and that would have been trouble if it would have stayed fair. Would have gotten into the corner, it would have been a extra base hit down, probably a double, but it's a long foul and it's 2-2. Cardulo 0 for 1 as he struck out in the first inning. That one is popped up in foul territory. He goes Hall and he makes the catch. 1 down here in the top of the fourth.
How about his second baseman, number 12, Eric Groff.
So Eric Groff will step to the plate. Groff, the second baseman, hitting .330. That one's in there for a strike. And in total command here tonight is the lefty Nick Mirande for the Owls. Chopper to the third baseman, Cowart, and he'll throw him out at first. 2 down here in the fourth. And so far, Osprey with 1 hit.
My boy's in the slump.
Which one's that?
Third baseman.
Howard?
Came up for 260 today.
How about his first baseman, number 35, John Griffin.
And there for a strike. That slaps the glove. And it's 0-1 to Griffin. Griffin hitting .297. That one's in there for a strike. And if you sleep at the plate too long tonight, you're going to get struck out. Working fast is Mirande, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Five Ks on the night. That one's fouled back just to stay alive as Griffin. Total bases, Griffin is 5th in the league. That one's fouled off. Lindsay from Orem with 141 in total bases. Ryan Jones at 121 is third, and Griffin is 116 in fifth. There's the pitch. Chopper, foul. Hey, how are you? Good. Hey, cutie.
Cute outfit. Cool outfit. Cute. Like your sandal.
So Griffin comes back to the plate with a 1-ball, 2-strike count with 2 out here in the top of the 4th inning. The Owls with a 1-0 lead.
Oh.
I hope you do. I hope you were good. Sometimes I think about it was more of a joke than it's like,
you're fine. No,
you know, because I was telling Steve, it's like, I gotta stop just saying what comes to mind.
You know what? I live with one of them. I'm used to that 20 for 20 years.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Miranda bounced that one in front of the plate for ball 2. Griffin 0 for 1 tonight with a pop out, just under 300 for batting average. Swing and a miss, and his 6th strikeout of the game in 4 innings. At the end of the 3.5, the Owls with a 1-0 lead over Missoula, and they will come up in the bottom of the 4th inning with a 1-run lead. You're not feeling good? That's not good. We'll go down and start yelling at the baseball players and you'll feel better. Go down and start yelling at the baseball players and you'll feel better. You don't think so?
Your outfit, Aspen. It is stinking cute.
I like your vest. Where do you keep your vest?
Be sure to bring your kids club membership card. Come on out. Bring your cards to take in. We look forward to seeing you. All kids club members. And thanks to all sponsors.
Missoula in their last 10 games, 6-4, playing at home. First game of the road trip here in Orem. And the Orem Owls, fresh off their road trip up north, 5-5 in their last 10. They were able to get that 2-game lead over Casper coming into tonight. Caleb Coward will step to the plate, the third baseman, hitting .295 with 35 RBIs and 7 home runs. 0 for 1 tonight. Holds up, doesn't go around, and it's 0-1 to Coward. Due up here in the top or the bottom of the 4th inning, Coward, Hatton, and Joe Viazzo. That one is hit out to right field, and that'll be caught by the right fielder for out number 1. Gomez tracks that one down, and that will bring up Wes Hatton. Hatton back from Cedar Rapids. And as the DH, CJ Crone, after being hurt, he was red hot, leading the league in home runs and in RBIs when he hurt his leg, his knee. It hasn't been in for a couple of weeks. So Wes Hatton back down from the Midlands League in Iowa, hitting .378 with 9 RBIs on the year. 0 for 1 tonight. That one's bounced. 2 balls and no strikes. So Wes Hatton 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the second inning. That one is inside. He has leaned back out of the earth and takes ball 3. Miranda just cruising along, and 6 strikeouts in the first 4 innings, having given up only 1 hit with a 1-0 lead. That one's in there for a strike, and it's 3-1.
By me.
Pitch by Price is shot into. He dropped it. The center fielder died for that. Just about snow coned it, but it got under his glove, and that'll be a base hit for Wes Hatton.
Now batting center fielder number 37, Chris Giovinazzo.
Giovinazzo, the center fielder, steps in, 1 out and a runner on first.
Well, they scored.
So Chris Giovinazzo at the plate. Chopper toward first, hits the base coach in the leg, and he just stands there pretending like it didn't hurt.
Even the baseball coach. Or the base coach.
You never would have hit Tom. You would have just lifted the one leg.
Yep. Just one leg, let it pass through.
Yeah. One thing you learn in base as a spectator in baseball, if they say heads up, that means put your head down so you don't get your nose broke.
Did you see that?
Chopper toward third, and the throw over to first is in time, but the runner, Cowart, gets to second, so there's 2 out with a runner at second base.
I think that's him that's on base.
I think you're right.
Right on my shoulders?
Yeah, Giovinazzo, that little league pitcher that took that line drive, hit him right square in the bill of his hat. Knocked him down, but it really dented the bill of his hat.
Wow. He's stinking lucky.
Yeah, it couldn't have been any perfect, but just right there.
A couple Fridays ago, somebody got hit down here, and they wouldn't let anybody down there.
And Hatton with the base hits on second base.
See everything.
And Haregrove, the shortstop, at the plate with 2 out. Runner in scoring position at second base is Wes Hatton. Spin, nobody's there to take the throw from the pitcher, and Price hangs on to it. But he got the job done. He got Hatton back to second base. Now Hatton takes his lead at second once again. Price comes set, takes a look, he'll deliver, and he just kind of, I don't know, what is that, just a change up? Because he sure is, he's laboring right now, just kind of throwing them in there slow. Hairgrove doesn't swing. 1-1. Chopper down the third baseline, foul, and there by the bullpen pitcher out there and left.
He doesn't care. He's just gonna give it to the kids anyway.
It's like all the ducks out there in the pond when they go after the popcorn. Pitch by Price, gets away, and Hatton will get to third. So last year's second baseman, back from Iowa, trying to give the Owls a 2-run lead. Runner on third with 2 out, 2-2 count. And he struck him out looking as Hairgrove took that. And Price strikes him out to get out of the inning with no damage. 1 hit, no runs, 1 runner left on base at third, and the Owls leave a runner in scoring position at the end of 4. It's 1-0 Owls, and we'll go to the top of the 5th. He's got more energy than I do.
Hey fans, the time it takes to play tonight's ball game, a lineup of 9
look at this
will face prostate cancer. That's why it's prostate cancer awareness night here at the ballpark.
A miniature of the same thing.
So offer free prostate cancer prevention education. 1 in 6 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer, and 1 in 4 will be African American. But it's not really prostate cancer is 96% cure. So, make a stop and save your life. Ed Randall's prostate cancer awareness patient. Please help Ed Randall's vascular cure. Strike out prostate cancer.
That looks like Molly Mortensen. Due up here in the top of the 5th, Court, Aguila, and Henry. Ryan Court hitting .261 with 31 RBIs and 5 home runs. 0 for 1 tonight with a strikeout. Morunde still on the mound, in there for a strike, and he's throwing. Just a tough game right now. 6 strikeouts. 2 strikes in a row, 0-2 to Court.
So cute. I know.
And the center fielder for the Owls, that ball gets underneath his glove. That's Gioviazzo out there at center, and that was just almost exactly like the last hit by Hatton. Just under the glove of the center fielder. Second base hit of the game for the Osprey, and that'll bring up Rodney Aguila, the catcher. Runner on first with nobody out. Morunde goes back to first. Hall tries to tag him out, gets back in time. 1 ball and no strikes. There goes the runner, and that one's hit high. Back on it goes the right fielder. The catch is made. Court will go back to
Batting designated hitter number 16, Brian Henry.
Court goes back to first. Aguila is out and Henry at the plate, the DH. One out with the runner on. That's 2 base hits. We're in the top of the 5th. Osprey still yet to get on the board. Miranda continues to go over to first base, trying to keep Ryan Court close. Brian Henry at the plate. That one's hit up and out of play as Hall goes over there to try to make the play, but it gets out of play and it's a ball, no balls and a strike.
I tried to wipe them down and cool them off. And they're full of static. Have you got shot yet? No.
What did I say today? We said that it was 96 degrees with 74% relative humidity. Here, Georgia. That's like Georgia.
There's a high fly ball, goes into right field. The out is made. Throws to second. And the runner doesn't advance as they make the catch. Ryan Jones out there in right field makes the catch in foul territory, and there's 2 down for Jeremiah Gomez. Gomez is 0 for 1 tonight with a ground out. No balls in his strike. That one is just off the plate. Gomez holds up and it's 1-1. That one's popped up. That'll go into foul territory. Hall comes over. Frazier.
Get it?
No.
You didn't get it?
He tried to make a play, went into the dugout. It was out of play. Frazier wasn't able to make the catch, but the count goes to 1-2. On Gomez. Gomez hitting .241. And whatever Mirande's doing, he's getting a lot of foul balls off to the right and a lot of pop-ups. He's also got 6 strikeouts. Or is it 4 strikeouts or 6? 6 strikeouts. There goes the runner, and here comes the ball back foul, and the count remains 1-2. And they're going to call interference on Pasion and send the runner down to, or the batter to first, and the runner at first goes to second, so there's 2 on with 2 out. They called the interference on the catcher. And you don't see that often. So the biggest threat of the game for the Osprey is they have 2 on. That one's fouled off, and it's 0-1 to Linton. Linton in the bottom of the order, left fielder, hitting .261 tonight, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First base. Going. No, on the foul ball, the umpire said it was interference and sent him to first on the catcher. Morende with the pitch out, the chopper that's going to go to the shortstop. They throw it over to Hall in time. He gets out of the inning. The Osprey with no runs on 1 hit. No errors and 2 left on the interference call, and at the end of 4 1/2, the Owls with a 1-0 lead over the Missoula Osprey. They'll come up in the bottom of the 5th inning with a 1-run lead.
And that is more. Go to the doctors and get a blood test. It'll save your life.
Go to the garbage and get a blood test.
I played and managed on some great teams, and now I'm on another important one. I'm an advisory board member for Ed Randall's Back
For what?
Fight prostate cancer. You see, I had prostate cancer. It came on me like a sneaky fastball, but I beat it before it beat me. It was detected with a simple blood
Hoots is
test.
putting on
Now,
some
with
weight.
blood test, it would have been 3 strikes, no doubt about it. So call your
There he
doctor
is.
for a simple blood test.
How are you?
Early detection is the best
Good?
protection.
Good.
As long as the Owls keep winning, right?
Member of the Basketball Hall of Fame and a prostate cancer survivor. That's right, prostate cancer. It was the toughest competition I ever
What?
had.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't let him do that to you. Now you did it.
Now all we have to do is wait for the ball to get hit back here, and Hoots can save me from the 90-mile-an-hour foul. Where's your woman? There she is. Leading off the bottom of the 5th, the number 9 hitter, Ricky Passion, the catcher. The Owls with the 1-run lead. They got 1 in the 3rd.
Oh, look at Malachi.
I'm not quite sure what to think of that big bird down there.
Oh, he's hanging on to Dad. He's crawling over Dad's shoulder.
That one's high for ball 3, and it's 3-0 to Passion. Passion 1 for 1 tonight with a single.
Oh, he's gonna come down and play with him now, I think.
Shows bunt and takes strike 1.
Yep, he's gonna come down and play with him.
They changed the count. I thought he had 3 balls.
That's what they said. That's what.
He's waving at him now.
They don't know what they're doing. And Passion takes a walk on a 3-1 pitch and leads off the 5th as the Owls have a base runner to start the 5th inning.
Second baseman number 8, Taylor Lindsay.
Taylor Lindsay hitting .376. 1 for 2 tonight with a single. Price brings that's going to be hit into right field for a base hit. Passion will stay at second, and the Owls with runners on first and second with nobody out. Last time they started out with 2 on with nobody out, they pushed 1 across for the 1-0 lead. 5th hit of the ball game for the Owls, and Jared Jakubik, the left fielder, will come to the plate. Yakubic hitting 386, 0 for 2 tonight. Yakubic leading the league in hitting at 386 coming in. He was coming in at 391 to lead the Pioneer League. 2 on with nobody out. Dexter Price on the mound as he goes back to second.
Game slow down the last 2 innings or what?
Yeah.
The first inning was 11 minutes. It's like
Dexter Price takes his
sweet 59.
step off of the mound, stares down the batter.
That's the whole object.
They called a balk and the runners will move up. That was a big play by the pitcher there. A balk moves the runners to third and second. Nobody out, and the threat for the Owls is on. We've got runners in scoring position with nobody out here in the 5th. Yakubic, the hottest hitter in the league, at the plate.
Just rolling already.
2 balls and no strikes. Another ball and it's 3-0. And the difference in this ball game is the Price continues to get behind, and Mirande for the Owls is getting ahead of the batters, and it's only a 1-run lead, but nice play there by the catcher to keep it from going behind him. Bounces in front of him, 3-0. I thought that was the 4th walk. So that.
And the back won't put it in for you. And they'll throw it in the garbage for you.
In there for a strike.
Sorry, I'm like.
Yakubic hitting 386. Pitch by Price is whacked hard but foul. And the count goes to full at 3-2. Who's he waving at?
I know, that's what we're just trying to figure out.
Hi, baby.
Hi, Uncle Steven.
That one's going to be foul. He's just waving at everybody right now. Malachi.
That's probably
He's just waving at everybody. He doesn't care who. Swing and a miss by Jared, and Yakubic strikes out. First out of the inning with runners at second and third. That'll bring up Ryan Jones, the right fielder.
Ryan Jones.
Jones will try to pick up a run or two here with a base hit. Give the Owls some insurance. They lead up by 1. And they got runners at second and third, 2 in scoring position with 1 out.
What happened to?
Struck out. That one swung on and fouled back. Malachi's just waving at everybody. He's not at anybody specific, just waving. So Dexter Price staring down Jones, working slow here in the 5th. That'll be a base hit, and that'll score one. Around 3rd, it's going to score both. And that'll get away. There he goes around 2nd, and here comes Jones to 3rd on the 2-out. He's going to turn the corner and go back to 3rd base. 2-run score on the single, and a 2-base error puts Jones at 3rd base. 3-0 Owls.
Now that is the first baseman, number 9, Frazier Hall.
So Passion scores, Lindsay scores, Jones goes all the way to 3rd on the error. Now you got the first with a 2 RBI single, went to 3rd on the error, and now Hall has a chance to pick up an RBI. Hall tonight 1 for 2, and they call that an error on Joe Viazzo instead of the base hit. That one's hit high. Back on it goes. The right fielder gets turned around. Home run! That thing is gone. A 2-run shot by Frazier Hall. And the Owls have gotten 4 in the inning, and it's 5-0. That one was deep to right field. It cleared the fence. It's a 5-0 lead as the Owls get 4.
We missed it. Of course you would, right? Yeah,
Of course you would.
that's how it happened.
Did you miss the other stuff too? Two on. They get the balk called, so they move up to 3rd and 2nd. And then Hall hits it. He's on 1st easily. Both runs score, but they overthrow the first baseman. Hall goes to 3rd, and the next hitter, a 2-run home run. It's 5-0. Owls with the 4 runs.
That's the way to do it. That's how you're supposed to play.
Number 21.
I know. Me and my best.
You got to remember that.
It's true. It's very true. Somehow.
You put it on your arm so you can't forget.
Yeah, there's no way.
And that'll be a base hit for Cowart as he keeps the thing going here in the bottom of the 5th. A walk, a single and a 2-base error, and then a home run, and then a single by Cowart, and it's a 5-0 lead with 1 out and a runner on 1st. And that will bring up Wes Hatton. Hatton is 1 for 2 on the night, hitting .391. That one's hit high, but that'll be foul, out of play.
Sure tell when school starts.
Crowd. No balls and a strike to Hatton. Swing and a miss by West, and it's 0-2. The Owls with 4 runs on 4 hits and an error so far in the inning. And that one's straight to, and that'll be, that could have been a double play. That was a line shot right to the shortstop on the throw to 1st to try to double off Cowart, and it hit him in the leg. So Cowart gets back to 1st, And Hatton is out, two down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And that'll bring up Chris Gioviazzo. He'll step in, hitting 3.
There you go.
So Cowart steals second.
I know I looked at it and
Cowart on second base after stealing the bag, and it is 2-1 to Gioviazzo. That one is hit to the second baseman, who will throw it over to first in time. But that'll do it in the inning for the Owls, but not before they get 4 runs on 4 hits, 1 error by the Osprey. The Owls leave 1 at second, and the score after 5 complete innings, Orem now 5 and Missoula nothing.
Please go to connectshare.com to learn more. You can also find ConnectShare members incentives featured quarterly in Utah Business.
That was low for some reason.
Owls fans, head over to the services table and fill out an entry form.
Yeah, it was.
What do you guys do? Do you guys put the stuff online?
Yeah, we're trying to. Yeah, it's just been really hard. The last 3 years we were putting it up on demand on Comcast. But this year Comcast isn't taking it because they moved everything out east. So we've been trying to get it on the internet. It's just been a slow process because they only let you do like 1 inning at a time, and it's just.
I still follow it. It's helpful. You can't be here. I do.
Yeah.
On my computer.
Yeah. The only problem is that's probably the radio part, the audio. We're actually putting it on with the video, but it's just not been hard to get it all done. We're working on it.
So
Good.
it was Fraser Hall that hit it?
All right. Having
He jumped
signed.
the fence. He was out there. He jumped the fence. And ran.
Did you really?
Got it.
I was in the middle of the road.
That is awesome.
So Mirande's still on the mound, facing Ellison, Chris Ellison, the top of the order, the center fielder. Comes in hitting 261, 0 for 2 tonight. Flew out in the first, struck out in the third. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes to Ellison. Struck him out, and Miranda has 7 strikeouts on the night. And his offense spotted him a 5-0 lead here in the 6th. So big left-hander looking good here midway through the ball game. There's the pitch, and that one is skied high and foul. Hall trying to make the catch, and it is out of play. Did he catch that? That one's hit hard, but that's going to go foul, and it's 0-2 to Cardola. 0-2 count. One down as Ellison flies out. Chopper to the second baseman. Lindsay will make the play, and there's two down here in the sixth. You take it. So
now batting second baseman number 12, Eric.
So that'll bring up Eric Groff, the second baseman. Groff at 330. 2 ground outs in first and fourth innings. Morande starting out with a 2.45 ERA, and he has pitched 2 2/3 almost flawless innings, only giving up 2 hits, no runs. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike. That one's hit hard. That'll be a base hit into center field. He's going to, Groff takes around second. He's going to keep going. And then he puts on the brakes and goes back to second with the double. Yeah, so Groff with the double with 2 out here in the sixth, the 3rd hit of the game for the off spray. And they finally have a runner in scoring position. And that'll bring up John Griffin. Griffin, the first baseman. Struck out in the 4th, popped out in the 2nd, 0 for 2. Here comes Koch, and Tom Kochman will come out. Let's see if he wants to put it in a new pitcher. Miranda has had a great outing, giving up no runs on 3 hits. He'll keep him in, at least for a second here. So with 2 out in the 6th, whatever Nick said to Tom Kochman, it was enough to keep him in for at least one more batter. He's only given up 3 hits. That was the first hit that was for extra bases, that double. And a speedy Groff on second base. The 1-0 count. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Does he have 6 strikeouts or 7?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 strikeouts for Nick Morande tonight. Passion drops that ball for a second, picked it up. Runner is not going anywhere with a 5-run deficit with 2 out. Here in the top of the 6th.
2 balls and a strike. Griffin hitting 297. There's the pitch, and that one is hit hard but foul. So 2-2 with 2 out. And Groff will go back to second base. Sparse crowd here on a Monday night. School starts. Nebo School District that started today, and in Alpine School District, school will start tomorrow. That was just inside for ball 3, and it's full count, a full count with 2 out. That one is foul back.
Finish him off. Go Knicks!
So Miranda steps off the mound. Runner on second base, 2 out. Count is full. Fouled off to the left. Griffin hanging tough as he's fouled off a number of pitches. Miranda comes set, there goes the runner, and the ball is hit. The catch is made by the right fielder as Jones goes over and gets it, and Miranda gets through 6 innings without any damage. No runs on 1 hit, a double by Groff. No errors, 1 left, and at the end of 5 1/2, it's Orem 5 and Missoula Osprey nothing. The Owls will send up.
They're playing soccer, Jeff. Second, move good. Hot. Oh, you're getting cold, Jeff. Get cold. Ice cold, Jeff. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Hargrove, Passion, and Lindsay.
Jeff Oros looks like a winner to us. Give him a big hand. Definitely a winner. Chelsea to carry Chelsea on the field for a prize pack from Sizzling Platter and your Orem Owl.
Haregrove at 0-2. He'll be followed by Passion, who's 1-1, and Lindsay 2 for 3. Leads the league at 391, and Frazier Hall, with his 8th home run tonight, is 3rd in hitting in the league. So Haregrove steps in, the shortstop, hitting 8th in the lineup. Leading off here in the bottom of the 6th inning, the Owls with a 5-run lead. There's the pitch, that one's chopped off and foul back. See, is it the same pitcher? Both starters still in the ball game as Dexter Price steps in to start the top of the bottom of the 6th inning. And the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes to Haregrove. Hargrove strikes out swinging, and there's one down here in the bottom of the 6th. There, that'll bring up Passion, the bottom of the lineup.
He left and everything.
That'll be hit right to the first baseman, and he'll take it unassisted for the second out of the inning as Passion grounds out, and that'll bring up Taylor Lindsay. .378 hitter. Lindsay tonight 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Swing and a foul chip back, and it's 1-1 to Lindsay here. One with 2 out. Can't be right. And 2 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Inside for ball 2. Chopper toward first, and the first baseman will flip it over to the pitcher for the 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down for the Owls here in the 6th, and with the end of 6 complete, it's 5-0.
We'd like to welcome the following groups that are here celebrating with us today. Please welcome the 201st Young Adult Award.
About all we
Thought
can
Zach
do.
had tickets to end up getting over there.
He took all 8. They just handed in the package.
Gave you 8.
We'd also like to wish a very happy birthday to Steven Fisher, who turned 61.
One for a guy too. He's like, you don't have to take one, but it gives him a seat. Like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, this place is packed.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd be really worried about him taking a seat.
Anyway, so I guess there's.
We're getting out of pitch for the Owls. Number 20, Mike Johnson.
Well, they got new pitcher.
His buddy's hanging out with his buddy that came back from his mission. So
He's sick.
sick in the head.
How long's he been out?
He was only out for about a month. Jordan Esteban.
I've heard that name. I thought maybe
Older welter girl. What's her name?
Shannon or something
No,
like that.
Shannon was the mom.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? I don't know. I can see her.
It's their daughter. Or their son, I mean.
Oh, okay.
So, apparently he was out on his mission and some girl kept writing him or something, and so
That focused in.
yeah, he couldn't get her off his head, and they said that he has OCD or something. Sent him home for 6 months, and they're planning on him going back out.
I was going to say, now if the girl's writing him, and he can't get her off his mind,
So Ryan Court will start off the top of the 7th inning. Owls with a new pitcher in the ball game. Big high kick, the left-hander. Wonder that is. Pitcher. That's what I thought. So the new pitcher for the Owls is number 20, Mike Johnson, left-hander, 6'2", 175 out of Jacksonville, Florida, 46th round draft pick. Last team he played for was Hillsborough Community College. Comes in the 7th. So 6 innings of shutout ball, giving up 3 hits, was Nick Morunde. And now Mike Johnson comes in the top of the 7th, and he walks the first man he sees, and it's a runner on first base with nobody out. That will bring up
the catcher, number 24.
The catcher, Rodney Aguila. Swing and a miss there on a 91-mile-an-hour fastball for strike 1. That'll go to second and on to first, double play as that chopper back to Lindsay goes over to Haregrove and on to Hall for the double play, and there's 2 out here in the 7th.
Designated hitter number 10.
Especially in a European mission.
That means like that's all that states there. Black beach is off limits.
Big high kick and a strike.
But anyway, so.
No balls, 2 strikes to Henry. Henry 0 for 2 tonight. Just outside and low for ball 1.
Everybody made him feel good. Because you can't win. And that made him feel worse.
Chopper to Cowart. It'll be fair. Cowart over to Hall. Got it. 3 up, 3 down, and we're on to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's the 7th inning stretch time with the Owls up 5-0 over Missoula. I bet you they don't have very many baptisms there.
Marshall Islands.
There's, they have, I think, the Galapagos Islands. There's like 100 members there, but I don't know how far that is away from Marshall Islands. But
I think it'd be awesome.
University ball toss. If you don't have one of these Owls stress balls,
is that the same pitcher? New pitcher, number 22. No, 28.
Oh, come on. They should have enough to pass around to everybody.
It's the Broadview University ball toss brought to you by Broadview University.
He's so funny, he just waves at everything. Didn't really even looking at anybody, just waving.
Malachi.
I always throw it to the same people every time.
I know. They should have enough tonight to go to everybody.
That's because certain fans pay them off.
And that's just Miller's family.
Now batting left fielder, number 19, Jared Yakubik.
So Jared Yakubik, the left fielder, steps in. Jared hitting .384, near the top of the league. comes in at the top of the ninth, or the top of the night. Jakubik led the league in hitting at 391. He's down to 384, 0 for 3 tonight. That will be to the first baseman, who will take it on his own and make the play for the out, and there's one down as Griffin makes the play. So Jakubik 0 for 4 tonight. That will bring up the right fielder, Ryan Jones. Jones came in hitting 9th in the league at 325. He's 1 for 3. Big swing and a miss there by Jones, and the count goes to 1-1.
Yes, he does.
That one will go to the first baseman, who throws it to the pitcher, just about missed him, but they make the play. And there's 2 down here in the Owls 7th. Bottom of the 7th for the Owls. They lead at 5-0.
First baseman, number 9, Fraser Hall.
Fraser Hall batting with 2 out, nobody on. He's hitting 378, 2 for 3 tonight. Came in 3rd in the league. Single and a home run with 2 RBIs. Down will be hit to the shortstop. And another 1-2-3 inning for the 2nd time in a row for the Owls. And at the end of 7, it's the Orem Owls 5 and the Missoula Osprey nothing here in the Battle of the Birds. The Owls lead the Osprey 5-0. We're going to the top of the 8th. That's overrated.
What?
No, getting the kids together. It's overrated.
Where did Trump?
Given that battle way, and they had to sign up for the bat by some prospect or something.
Oh, I missed that one clear.
David, America's number 1 team. Anyone who gets his hands on a bat, David is making a spectacular grab. David's sunflower seeds are now available in new Jumbo Fruit, an original buffalo style and hot and spicy. They're also available in convenient 2-ounce cubes, perfect for snacking on the go. David is
not correct at all.
I'm not sure what you're saying.
Never mind that.
Apparently I couldn't hear you well enough or something.
What did you say?
And now we're
Trying to get me to sign up for it. My next door neighbor died of prostate cancer at the age of 39. This is how old I am. I wanted to tell Mullen.
So number 14 will come in to pitch for the Owls in the top of the 8th inning. That is Swami Baez, no, it's not. That's Nick Mutz, the new pitcher. That is hit hard and far, and that will go into the night. A home run by Gomez, and there goes the shutout. It's 5-1 as the Osprey get off the goose egg, and it's 1-0. I mean 5-1. First batter of the inning with the home run. 5-1 for the Owls, and that is the first pitch for Baez. He gives up the home run in the first pitch. Linton, the bottom of the order, with nobody on. 0-1.
Is it? Yes, it is.
Strike two as he throws the off-speed pitch on the changeup. 0-2.
Is that an RBI too? When you hit a home run, so you have an RBI.
Yep. That one is bounced in. A ball and 2 strikes to Litton. Litton 0 for 2 tonight, hitting .261. Pitch by Baez is outside for ball 2.
You definitely tell it's at the end of the season.
Johnson pitched 1 inning. Struck him out. 8th strikeout of the game for Orem pitching, and it's 1 down here in the top of the 8th.
Now batting is center fielder number 3, Chris Owlz.
And then the playoffs. They should. They're 2 games ahead in the second half, and they're only 2 games behind Missoula for the best record in the league. Yeah. There's the hit to Hairgrove, and he throws it over the Hall in time for the out. There's 2 down here in the 8th. The Owls with a 5-1 lead, and that will bring up the top of the order, Chris Ellison.
How does they get 2 down? Did I miss something? Brian Henry?
Gomez hit the home run. Litton.
So how did you get 2? Was it Henry? Brian Henry? Stardom?
No, that was Ellison that just grounded out, and Carduo is up.
Sorry.
Litton struck out. Litton struck out. Chopper to Hairgrove. Hairgrove gets it over to Hall in time. They get out of the inning, but 1 run on 1 hit. Nobody left. No errors by the Owls, and at the end of 7.5, it's 5-1 Orem. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th.
Pitcher pitches a pitch like that where they crank it out, that should be counted as an error.
Sometimes it is an error. It's just a mistake on a pitch, gets it too high or too whatever.
That's what I'm saying. Counted this an error.
But you know what they didn't do one time is they had a pass ball and didn't count it as an error. On a wild pitch, it's not an error, but a pass ball should be. But in reality, both should be.
It's all that pink lemonade Grandpa fed me. It's hitting.
You're silly boy. You're a phony baloney. You're a phony baloney.
Oh, he'll headbutt you. That's his.
Does he do that all the time?
Oh yeah, he'll go up to the wall and.
Hey.
Or the door.
Jump on it.
Oh, not a headbutt.
We go to the bottom of the 8th with the Owls up 5-1. Caleb Coward will step to the plate. Coward, Hatton, and
You gotta unpeel his.
Joe Viazzo. So Coward steps in. He is 1 for 3. 1 for 3 in the ball game is Coward.
Oh, mom. Spoiled little squirt. The cutest little squirt I've ever seen.
Ball and 2 strikes to Caleb Coward. Coward swings and misses. They'll throw it over to first in time for the out as the strikeout recorded at the first base, and it's 1 down here in the 8th.
Who just hit the home run for the Astros?
That would be Gomez. 7.
Oh, that's nice. That's my second.
Did you get him to sign it?
She wants to get the player on the office numbers. I'm going to get Frazier to sign mine after the game.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so, Gomez, what number again?
Number 7.
Okay, thank you. Sure. Hey. Sorry, wait. Hey.
Chopper down toward third, and the pitcher is able to throw him out. 2 down.
Yo.
So 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning for Joe Venazzo.
Give me 5.
Swing and a foul tip back for strike 1.
He doesn't like grandma at all, does he?
No balls and 2 strikes.
I don't think so.
Or 2 out with a 1-1 count to Gio Venazzo. Actually, it's Joe Venazzo. It's got that I in that name, and it throws me off. It looks like Gio, but it's just Joe. Joe Venazzo.
Hey, where's my phone?
Oh, you lost it for good now.
Buy me a new one.
2 balls and a strike. Good eye over there by the coach, Tom Kochman.
He's had too many fly at him. Well, it's just like Elvin said when the guy got hit over here. He said Kochman would have just lifted one
Outside
leg and
for ball 3.
I'm pretty sure he's sleeping already.
He is really.
That's just a statue of him. He's not really there.
You guys have his first name too?
Yeah, his first name is Jeremiah. Jeremia. Uh-huh.
Now back to shortstop, number 6, Trevor Harrow.
So, Gioviazzo keeps it going with a walk, and that'll bring Trevor Haregrove to the plate. Hargrave. Haregrove with it. Just about got him as he popped his hand off the bag coming back to first. 1 ball and no strikes with 2 out. Haregrove hitting .255 with 17 RBIs and 1 home run. He turned around, but he didn't see it. That one will get to the shortstop, and they get him out at second base. A nice play by the shortstop and the second baseman. That'll do it for the 8th inning. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on the walk. At the end of 8, it's Orem 5 and Missoula 1.
Fans, this is the start of another week of exciting things going on at the ballpark, Louisville homestead. Tomorrow, we've got a kids giveaway item. So we hope the number for 500 kids get a giveaway item when they walk through the door. And Wednesday is the final kids club night. Plus, it's Napa Family Feast night with tickets from Napa Auto Parts and Provo Orem. You can get into the game for just $1 for
Orem with the highest team batting average at 309 coming in. Missoula at 284. Team pitching Missoula with the best ERA at 4.36. Orem 5th with a 5.39 ERA. Starting the top of the 9th inning is Eric Groff. Groff with a double back in the 6th inning. Big swing there for strike 1. Taken off. So it's Nick Mutz still on the mound for the Owls, trying to finish this off. A 4-run lead here in the 9th. Big swing there, and he struck him out. 1 down. And that will bring up big number 35, John Griffin, the first baseman.
Now that first baseman number 35, John Griffin.
Big swing and a miss there. Mutz comes in with a 1-2 record, 2.19 ERA in 7 games. So the Owls having an excellent day. That's from their pitchers. That one's up through the middle for a base hit by Griffin. So 1 on with 1 out. And that will bring up Ryan Court, the third baseman.
Third baseman, number 19, Ryan Court.
Struck out? No. Yeah, I think he struck out. And there for a strike, so 0-1 to Court. One down here in the ninth inning. I was looking for a double play to end the game. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Griffin on first. Matt's trying to get Court. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, struck him out. The Owls with a great outing from the pitchers. Number 9 for the game for the Owls. 2 out here in the ninth. And the Osprey are down to their last out. The Owls leading 5-1. That one bounces in for a ball, and it's 1-0. Rodney Aguila at the plate. There's a chopper to Cowart. He throws it over to Lindsay at second, and that's the ball game. The Owls win it by a final count of 5-1, as the Owls get 5 runs on 8 hits, 1 error, and the Osprey 1 run on 5 hits and 1 error. The Owls win it 5-1 here in Orem, and they are 14-8 in the second half, with an overall record of 36-24, and the Osprey's overall record 37-23. Osprey will fall to 12-10 in the second half, and the Owls with a great pitching night with 9 strikeouts, and they win it 5-1. Thanks for joining us. This is Stephen Willis for Utah Valley Sports. See you next time here live from Orem. It's 5-1 Owls.